G'day everyone, this is Health Highlights. Health Highlights is a show about health, health professionals and the people and the stories behind the names that we hear about but we seldom get to meet. Now exercise, the research today is saying that exercise is one of the most important things when it comes to combating chronic disease. And so we wanted to speak to a few people around that. And Mark Goswell is probably one of the best people to talk to because not only does he do it for his work, but also he understands the debilitating effects of chronic pain that can happen in your body because he experienced that himself. So we're going to interview you today. Mark, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Sam?
Thank you for taking your time. So firstly, you've experienced the impact of chronic pain and debilitating pain on your body. Can you sort of share a little bit of your story with everyone?
Yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on which way you look at it. From a working perspective, I think it's a fortunate thing. But when I was a lot younger, I had a spinal injury playing rugby, which was compounded by a motorcycle accident a couple of years later. So significant spinal injuries from top to bottom effectively, targeting each aspect of the spine. And was lucky enough to see a very forward-thinking surgeon when I was 24. And he sat me down and he said, son, you've got two options. Either we can put some rods in your spine, or you can start doing some exercise, some core stability.
Wow.
Now, I just finished university not long after that, did a human movement degree. Exercise physiologists weren't even around back then, so it was kind of really started out at the beginning of this career. I sought the advice of as many professionals as possible, including yourself, thankfully, who put me on the right journey. And for the last 20 years, I've avoided surgery. I have my good days, I have my very bad days. My bad days will coincide with working too much and not exercising.
Yep.
So it's a personal journey, it's a constant journey, but I use that to assist my clients because I certainly understand what they go through. I know what it's like to not be able to get out of bed in the mornings, but also know what it's like to use exercise to get on top of your injuries and control your pain as opposed to allowing pain to control you.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's fun.
And so Proactive Rehab is an amazing organisation.
Yep.
You guys do a lot of great stuff, and the thing about it is there's a passion because you understand chronic pain, and so there's that real passion behind that comes with that. So can you give us a brief synopsis of your business and what you do here? Yeah,
look, our main focus is certainly musculoskeletal rehabilitation. We use exercise as a form of rehab. Our motto is definitely an education basis.
Yep.
We don't just get people in here and train them and say, thank you very much, off you go. It's very much a process of teaching them about their body.
Yep.
So they can basically utilise the tools that we give them to implement for years, not just at the sessions that they're with us. Our goal is to get people functionally better and then never see them again because hopefully they're implementing what we're telling them to do.
Yep.
We also do a lot of work with DVAs and the armed services with post-traumatic stress disorder. We have a Parkinson's program that's fantastic now at the moment. We also run a group diabetes program, which is a bit of craziness when they come in, the amazing people that are getting great results. Awesome. A lot of the guys and girls in our diabetes program have been coming for 4 years. They've actually technically don't have it now because their HbA1 levels have reduced significantly because of the exercise that they're doing. So, and it's a real, what we promote here is a real community feel. Awesome. Everyone has fun when they come in. It's not exactly clinical by nature, but we very much take what we do extremely seriously.
And do you find that community feel is actually part of the whole therapy? Because just having some people around that you can commune with and know that you're not alone actually is healing in itself?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. A lot of the reason why we do this is because everyone that we see has a chronic injury, or a mental health issue, or they have a debilitating condition. And a lot of the times we find that they've come from a medical and clinical setting where they're treated as an injury, they're treated as a symptom, they're treated as a condition, where we treat everyone here as a person.
So good.
So first and foremost, they're a person. I say to my staff, I want clients to feel like they're coming to a Sunday barbecue, but they're getting so much education and so much enjoyment and an idea of how movement can help life. Not just with injury rehab, but in so many other conditions. And we're really seeing that with our clients with post-traumatic stress disorder. So
Brilliant. So look, one of the things that the bigger the fad out there at the moment, there's boot camps and a lot of exercises out there.
Yep.
Why do people need to have a professional help them with exercise? Can't we just go around the oval and have a run and then we've done our exercise?
Yeah, look, if only it was that easy.
Yeah.
Look, I think, if you're in your teens and your 20s and you haven't sort of had the injuries or the niggles or the any sort of degenerative conditions, then yeah, absolutely you can do that. Look, our main clientele is your 40 plus.
Yep.
They're the clients that have gone, I've put on a couple of extra kilos over Christmas, I need to lose some weight, I'm going to go and do boot camp, or I'm going to do CrossFit, or I'm going to do one of those types of training because they think they can do it. They remember what they used to be able to do when they were 20. And unfortunately, as a result of that, they'll do things that their body's just not capable of doing. Unfortunately, in today's society, we are getting a lot lazier where, you sit around, everyone's slouching and sitting on their phones. And so it's creating a lot of deconditioning within the spine, within the stabilising muscles of the body. And as a result, they go, yeah, cool, I know what I used to do when I was 20, so I'll take this on. And so we're seeing a lot of people with knee injuries, back injuries, shoulder injuries because they think they can do what they used to be able to do, but they've just deconditioned because if you don't use it, you lose it. And we're certainly in a society where people are losing a lot of their strength and a lot of their control. So, we get them in, we teach them how to train their bodies.
Yep.
Everybody that comes in goes through a full functional assessment, taking a history of what they do, and we analyse movement. That is our specialty.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we can identify the breakdowns that people have. We can identify the imbalances that they have, and by identifying these imbalances, we can program and design their exercises around what's suitable for them too. It's a big thing.
So really, that's the thing, isn't it? Is that you get on and you start to decondition, and to actually get back to some of these activities, you actually need to recondition that body to actually ensure that you're not going to injure yourself, and that's where where we
come in. So sometimes you've got to take a step back to take a step forward, and I said our whole goal is just training people and educating them on where their imbalances are. And we use real life examples, and we use my own examples from my own journey of getting better and getting healthier, and the experience we've had with staff. I've been doing this for 17 years now, so there's not much we haven't seen and haven't done. So we utilise those experiences and get people to what they want to do with their goals. And I see a lot of the times where people go to trainers and it's like, well, you need to do this, where they don't actually take the time to ask about what someone wants to do and what they want to achieve.
And that's such an important thing, because not everyone wants to do this high level stuff. They just want to go for a walk around the park, or
they want to play golf, they want to pick up their grandkids, they want to play soccer with their kids, they want to go out with mates, they want to be able to, simple things, go and sit at a pub and enjoy a beer with a mate, but they can't because of back injuries or niggles. So we always ask clients what they want to get out of it, and then we program their whole treatment around what their goals are, not what we think they need. And
so what conditions primarily do you see? So as an exercise phys, what are the major things that come through the door?
So everything that's musculoskeletal.
Yep.
So in all chronic conditions, usually not acute, definitely the chronic conditions. So knees, back, shoulders, necks, anything associated with overuse, or just people that aren't managing their condition as best as they should. We see a lot of mental health. There's a really big push these days with the benefits of exercise on the management and treatment of mental health conditions. We see the extremes with post-traumatic stress disorder with our services, like the police, the fireys, AMBOs, and our armed services.
Yep.
So we spend a lot of time re-educating those, and we've just gotten into the NDIS, clients with disabilities.
Awesome.
So we're doing work with clients with acquired brain injuries, paraplegia, muscular dystrophy, Guillain-Barré syndrome, and seeing some amazing and phenomenal examples of what exercise can do.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so 5 top tips on when it goes to doing exercise or being able to do a certain thing that you haven't done for a while. What would your recommendations be to someone out there who's thinking, oh, you know what, I want to get out and do something, but I've got a bad back, or so what would you say to them?
Look, balance is the key.
Yep.
So it's about, there's 3 key factors in terms of movement. You must have balanced flexibility. A lot of blokes can't touch their toes and so forth, but as long as the hamstrings, for example, are balanced and equal, You want to have great stability. And again, we're talking about the stability of the joints between left and right, so control over the joints. And definitely strength as well. It's not just about flexibility. You've got to have global strength. We have difficult movements that we need to do every day that we take for granted, getting up and down out of chairs. And then working within your limits.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, if your goal is to run 10Ks, you don't start off by running 10Ks. You start off with a graded exercise program. So they're probably the main tips that you want to work on, and just work within your own capabilities and get the advice to reach your goals. It's not, if you want to know where to get somewhere, you've just got to learn how to. And by seeing an exercise physiologist, a professional, that's our goal. That's our job. We show you how to get to where you want to be.
Brilliant. Well, look, there you go. I hope that's been really informative for you. Mark, we really appreciate your time and sharing a little bit of your story and your passion, because honestly, it is a passion.
It is.
And that's what makes a massive difference when it comes to providing care like that. Is it's not just a job, it's actually something that you love. And so we really appreciate that. Absolutely. We appreciate it. So thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you everyone for joining us. Remember, we'll have an incredible interview for you again next week, 12:30, Wednesday, same time. Remember, healing is a gift, health a responsibility. See you later.